Hey,
Salutations.
hey, music's going. Mm. I don't know if you can hear the
I
music.
can't.
No,
I have silence.
that sucks.
So if I'm offbeat, that's due to that.
All right, I think I have to be back because I'm the one controlling like the brightness here. Well, with my pasty ass skin.
Yeah. The
All right.
That's
Okay,
good. How you been?
fine.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching the stream. No, no, seriously. What's going on? My name's Coley.
I'm Dom.
This is Club North Gaming. Two guys, one couch. What happens? Find out. It's the new tagline, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. You watched the Acolyte episode 3. Gotta crack it. Wait, I can do it. That was my wrist.
I did indeed watch the Acolyte episode 3.
Yeah. And we're going to discuss it today. Yeah.
So
Hold up. Your mic's not going.
no,
No. Dom's mic. Device not connected.
should be. Yo.
There we go.
Okay.
There he is.
There's
The man.
always something.
The man, the myth, the legend.
That is I. I say that with confidence.
So yeah. Acolyte episode 3. Obviously spoilers if you haven't seen it. But this is the one where it is Osha and May when they are very young and the fire that killed everybody. Well, I mean, they are all dead.
I mean, yeah, they're dead, but
They are dead. What's up in the air is if the fire actually did it.
yeah.
All right, so what are your thoughts?
I thought it was a solid episode.
Yeah?
I'm curious to see where they're going to go with it because I have a feeling each episode has had kind of two names. This is the only one that didn't. So I have a feeling we might see everything from May's perspective next time, as this was kind of like Osha's perspective to what happened to the events. So I think we're going to get more to actually what went down, why May has such like a hatred for the Jedi, and kind of what started her down her dark path, because she already was kind of showing some evil tendencies.
She was a
from
fucking psychopath.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna let you leave. I'm gonna kill you.
right, I know.
What the fuck?
I feel like that people also pointed out there's apparently a figure in the background of some of the episode of that episode that's like in all black.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that too. Part of the coven.
Yeah, but like you don't see their face or anything.
Yeah.
So people are speculating that, as you know, Osha was influenced by the Jedi, May was being influenced by the dark side during that event.
Who you can expect that person to be her master.
Yeah.
That we've seen previously.
Yeah. Overall, I like the episode. I'm more just curious to see the completion of that story because we haven't I know we haven't seen everything from that event yet. There's still lots left unsaid.
Yeah.
I thought honestly the kids acting was like it wasn't like horrible. It wasn't necessarily great, but it was solid enough to believe it, if that makes sense.
I get that.
It passed. They were annoying kids.
They were annoying kids.
So good job.
I know child actors have to be a thing,
Yeah.
but a lot of them are just not that good. But it's because they're inexperienced.
Yep.
So you can't really fault them, but you're like, man, this just takes me out.
Like I said, they were annoying kids, and that was kind of what I think they were going for.
Yeah, that was like the direction. It's like, you know what? Piss everyone off.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
I'm very curious to see what's going to go down, because I have a feeling that, like, the speculation is basically they were discussing whether Osha should go to the Jedi, and then probably what happened was, like, the fire started spreading, and then the Coven started blaming the Jedi, and then I think a trigger-happy Jedi, like, got the jump on the witches, and then that just exploded everything. I do feel like the Jedi were probably the ones to, like, strike first. I'm specifically thinking of Torben.
Torben?
Yeah, the apprentice.
Yeah.
Because he also has a facial scar in the future, so I'm assuming he gets that from the fight with the witches, and that's what leads to everyone dying, because it definitely there was no fire around him.
No.
And the Jedi was just mysteriously there.
Yeah, like, oh man, Soul, man, you're in the basement. That's crazy,
right?
Whew.
So, I'm curious about that. I'm also super curious. It seems like there might be setting up the potential connection to Darth Plagueis and his experiments with creating life, which led to Anakin. So I think they're connecting that thread. Like, we're seeing
connecting the thread.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
So I think we're getting kind of the origin of that stuff in the Acolyte as well. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen for it. Overall, the episode was like maybe like a 6 or a 7 to me.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the actors of the actual Coven, which is, I know a lot of people are like upset that there is some like intimacy between the witches, but it's like very short. I was like, it's not in your face that much. It was really out of your face.
at most, it was implied.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? There was nothing overt about it. It was at most it was implied.
Exactly. So I was like, it's not a big deal to me.
It's just like one of the witches is like, those kids, I carried them.
Yeah.
And the other female witch was like, yeah, but I made them.
Yeah.
So it's like, is that really like?
I think you could tell there's some affection between them for sure.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't, like you said, it's not overt at all. It's like it's probably as minimal as it could be without it be like not being in it at all.
Yeah.
So I had no problem with that. I thought overall that stuff was handled really well. I thought the mother's relationship with the kids was done well. Both like the Coven leaders.
Yeah, they both definitely understood the role of portraying like the mom, but differently.
Exactly.
Right?
They were
like
one was the more like
overprotective.
Yeah, and the
kind
other
of like, get away from there. That thing is sharp. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, and the other one's like, if you hurt yourself, you learn a lesson.
Exactly. So yeah, I enjoyed the episode. And like I said, I'm just most excited to see how that storyline finishes, because I think that will really, like, depending on how that goes, that will really influence how the show is overall. Because so far it's interesting. It's got me intrigued. And I was thinking about it too as like, could they do like that flashback episode like any sooner in the series, or like was there a way for them to have that come in sooner? But I think they literally did it as earliest as they could have for the story. Like, there wasn't really an opportunity to go back and tell this flashback up until this point.
Right.
And then I think probably another 2 episodes will pass, and then episode 6 is what I'm assuming will be the episode we get more details, either 6 or 7, to what went down.
Yeah.
What about you? I kind of just talked a lot.
That's fine, because I'm gonna go off. Not in a bad way, not necessarily a bad way. There's a lot on my mind I need to get out.
Yeah.
So first of all, when reviewing something that you may or may not enjoy, it's very important to remember this. Now, if I remember correctly, this is a quote by Hello Future Me. I don't know if you know who that is.
Nope.
He does like a lot of Avatar: Last Airbender stuff, and like breaking down character analysis and story beats and all that. He writes books and like how to create a world, that kind of stuff. Anyways, so I believe he said this quote, though I can't find the video in which he said it. It's when you review a piece of media, you have to review the story that you're given, not the story you want it to be.
Yeah.
Right, which is very important. I'm almost certain that this was part of the Last Jedi review that he did. Because a lot of people are like, this is stupid. It should have gone this way. It should have gone that way. It's like,
Yeah.
you can have those opinions, but you can't review the movie based on what you want it to be.
Totally.
Which I agree, to an extent. If it is a sequel, it has to make sense for the story.
Yep.
That's the only caveat. It's like it has to continue the story. Did The Last Jedi continue the story? You could argue yes. You could argue no. Right? But off topic. So
Still Star Wars.
yeah, it's still Star Wars, but essentially what I'm trying to say is whether you like the story or not, if you're going to review it, you have to review the story that's given to you, not what you wanted it to be. Which, yeah, okay, so I wanted to get that off because a lot of people are just like riding the bandwagon of hate for this.
Yep.
I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say. And with this last episode, it really cemented this feeling for me. I like the story they're trying to tell.
Yeah.
They're just fumbling on how they say it, like
Fair
how
enough.
they tell the story. Because especially after episode 3, this is my opinion of what's going to happen, right? And it has really good marks to be a good story. So this is what I think happened with the whole fire and the ending of it. I think the Jedi got a call from their superior, who I think will be the Green Lady.
Okay.
I forget her name.
Starts with a V or something.
Something like that. And she was the one who said, like, no, this coven is a danger. You have to take them out. And they're like, okay. Sorry. Side note. I thought at first this was supposed to be like the Night Sisters, but they're not.
Yeah.
It's a completely different witch coven.
Which makes sense for Star Wars because like there's going to be different religions, different factions, and different ways to view things.
Yeah. I mean, you can, it's just like in our world. Like, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they're all Abrahamic faiths. They just believe it in a different way. Which, anyways. What was I saying?
You're talking about the Jedi.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So they were told to wipe out the coven. And they were like, all right, like we have to, right? It's an order. And so that's what they, like, all 4 of them had their hand in destroying the coven.
Yeah.
I think the fire was, like, May was holding it, and someone, like, one of the Jedi, like, scared her, or something happened that scared her, and she dropped it by mistake. I don't think she did it on purpose.
Okay.
And then everybody got wiped out. Torben fought against the what is her name? Coral, right? Which is one of the moms. Because she was the one shown with like an axe polearm kind of weapon. Everyone else had like bows.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that that's how he got his cut, was from this axe. But she died. Everybody died. And I think Soul went into the basement to set up explosives to destroy it. That's why you hear all the explosions and everything.
Interesting, okay.
And then he heard like Osha and May yelling at each other, and because he had that connection to Osha, he couldn't kill Osha.
Yeah.
He couldn't let her die. And so he saves her. She's the only one that survives. Takes her back, and then it's like, oh, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna take care of you. The other Jedi that were in that scene, they were like very not happy because they were told to wipe it out, and Soul's like, no, we can't do that. We're not killing this kid. So I think the story they're trying to tell is May's revenge, but also the guilt of the Jedi.
Totally, yeah.
Every single one will have their own, like, Torbid and the Wookiee. I forget his name. After everything, they went into isolation. They were so guilty, they're like, I don't want to deal with anything. For the Wookiee, it was a physical isolation. For Torbid, it was a mental isolation.
Can I just add something onto that real quick?
Go ahead.
I like where you're going with that. I could definitely see. So you know how Master Indara didn't really use her lightsaber? That could be part of the guilt. Like,
it could be, especially because it was Osha who she thought was Osha.
So that could be a reason why she didn't like use the lightsaber till like the very last moment, because she still carries that guilt from having slaughtered the witches, right? Yeah. Anyways, continue.
Yeah.
Just wanted to add that.
Though I think Indara, how she's dealing with the guilt is like, I had a job to do, I did my job, right? Like, I was just following orders.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Which is not a healthy thought. We know some people in the past who also thought that. Soul will be interesting because he has that guilt of taking part in it, but he has Osha to hold on to.
Yeah.
Saying like, yes, I did something bad, but if I can help Osha, that might redeem me.
Yeah.
So I think that's the story they're trying to tell, right? Which is a great story, right? You're dealing with personal guilt and revenge and all this other shit and how people deal with guilt. It's just, yeah, I think they're just fumbling and trying to tell the story.
Totally. I could see that. There's always a better way to do something.
There is, right?
Yeah.
And I truly think that the reason why they're fumbling with the storytelling is just because Leslie Headland doesn't have a lot of experience in directing, right? And that's perfectly fine, right? You have to start somewhere, right? She has done small bits for other large shows, so she does have that experience, but she hasn't like
told a full story.
Yeah, she hasn't like commanded the entire directing.
Yeah.
She's also an executive producer on the show. What else?
What were your overall like thoughts on the episode? Not just going into what you believe the story's going to happen, but like what did you think about it overall?
The knee-jerk response. The knee-jerk response was, for me, it was probably the weakest episode. But the more that I thought about it, the more I thought about the story they were trying to tell, it made it one of the better ones.
Gotcha.
Do I like the Coven? Meh.
Yeah,
right? It's like, meh. The child actors, I already said my 2 cents on the child actors. But, like, the episode, it felt like it was kind of all over the place. I was watching this review of this guy. I'm sure you've heard of him, Generation Tech.
Yeah.
He really enjoys the show, and he keeps referring to Osha as like the unreliable narrator.
Yeah, totally.
Right,
that's kind of the vibes I was getting too.
Which I get, but it's like,
it feels like half an episode, right?
It feels, yes, it does.
There's a lot still missing, I feel like.
It's like they were trying to be subtle with it being half an episode, but the subtlety went out the window.
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially with May's character. I think May, as a child, was completely weird because she's a fucking psychopath.
I think, like I said, like, we don't know for sure until we get it, but like I do think she was probably being influenced by the dark side at some point during that time.
Well, there is a theory that Generation Tech brought up. I'm not 100% sold on it. In some way, I think it can make sense, but I think there's evidence against this theory. Is that May actually did die? May did die.
Oh, and Osha's like...
Osha has DID.
Yeah, that's... So, there's a possibility of that, but also we know that the event took place while she was, like, on the prison ship on the ice planet. with the when she was at Torben. Like the first time she made an attempt on May made an attempt on Torben.
Yes.
So that's like the evidence kind of against that.
But she was knocked out.
But then how would she, there was no like way for her off that planet. She was on a crashed ship.
I know. There's definitely holes in this theory.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sold on it. Right. Another big thing, May has that mark on her head.
Yeah.
From the coven.
Another thing, Kinmar, the smuggler, also was like, "You look just like her."
Right, which would make sense if it was DID, because obviously she looks exactly like Osha, or Osha looks exactly like May.
But it also implies that he knows that that's not May.
Maybe not. Another big piece of evidence that goes against that is May has much longer hair than Osha.
True. Yep.
So unless Osha, when she's
like
when she splits, she just like puts a shit ton of extensions on.
Yeah, that is true.
It is an interesting theory, right? Like the trauma from the fire caused her psyche to split into May, the revengeful Sith, and Osha, the naive, innocent Jedi.
You got to think about like what triggered that to like come out, you know?
Yeah.
Because like she was a Jedi for however long. I feel like they would have been monitoring her in that time. Like she wouldn't have had much opportunity to collaborate with the Sith as her second personality.
Yeah.
But then again, like I don't know, maybe there was an opportunity.
Yeah. There's
holes, but
it's not.
It's interesting to think about.
It is an interesting theory. I would actually be really interested in a story where a character does have DID, and like one is going down the path of the dark side, and one is going down the path of the light, and it's not just like a physical confrontation between them; it's a mental confrontation.
Yeah.
And then who knows? Maybe they end up being like a gray Jedi, like completely not light, not dark, just completely. Yeah, I think that would be a cool story.
What would you rate the episode?
Knee jerk would have been probably a 5.
Okay.
But after thinking about the story, I would agree with you, around a 6, maybe a 7.
Like 6.5 almost.
Yeah, something like that. So it's I know I've said this a bunch, but the story they're trying to tell is a good story.
Yeah.
They're just fumbling on how they tell it.
Still got me looking forward to seeing what's coming next.
I just want to see how they deal with the whole guilt thing, right? Like Torben
committed suicide.
Yep. Right? Because of the guilt. And he broke his 16-year vow of silence
to apologize
for it, right? So that's guilt written all over that. Indra, I think she's like, oh, I was doing a job, right? She probably still feels guilty for doing it, but she's like, I was following orders.
Yeah, just coping.
Yeah. I think episode 4, we're gonna deal with the Wookiee guy.
Yep.
We'll see how he's dealing with his guilt. It's a physical isolation. I don't know when he left. Right?
Could be right after.
It could have been right after. It could have been a few years later when he's just like, I can't do this anymore.
I'm excited for those episodes because from the looks of it, like in the trailer, there's those scenes where all the Jedi are whipping out their lightsaber and they're confronting the Sith.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where the Wookiee is. So I feel like either maybe not next episode, but episode 5, we're going to get that confrontation.
I could see that. I think May will end up getting the Wookiee's lightsaber, though. We talked about this in the last one.
Yeah.
Right? The whole thing about, like, you have to kill without a weapon. Right? That's what an Acolyte does. It's you kill the Jedi with their own weapon, and then it will get corrupted, turn red.
Yeah.
That's my theory of what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen with the Wookiee, so that she gets her lightsaber, and then her final fight against Soul will be like a classic lightsaber battle, because there hasn't been one.
Not yet.
Not yet. There are a few things that Generation Tech pointed out that had me scratching my head a little bit. Yord's Padawan. She is a Zygerian, which, if you know your Star Wars lore, the Zygerians were slavers.
Yeah,
their whole economy was based on slavery. They had an empire built on it, and the Jedi tore it down and completely ruined them. So the lore is like every Zygerian hates the Jedi with...
It's interesting because she doesn't really look like a Zygerian, you know? But then again, when they do live action races, like, they tend to look a little bit different.
Yeah, it's hard to match that, considering that we also only saw Zygerians in the Clone Wars, which is a very stylized animated show.
Well, so an interesting thing I want to know. I'm fairly certain. Have you heard of Star Wars Eclipse? You know what that is?
No.
So Star Wars Eclipse is like a Star Wars story-driven video game, made by the same people who made Detroit Become Human.
Okay.
Along with those other games.
Heavy Rain. And
yeah. So that project, I know, like, tidbits from the story from what they've kind of announced and talked about a little bit. The Zygerian have a huge focus on that, and you actually play as Zygerian during their empire, and they're one of the main factions in that game. So that's an interesting little tie-in almost.
Yeah.
To whenever that gets released. They've been working on it for a long time though, so we haven't heard much news. But
okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that since you brought up the Zygerian and their whole empire, and that's going to be a huge role in that video game. Yeah.
So just the fact that she is a Zygerian, it kind of some people are like, oh, it's breaking Star Wars lore. It's like, you don't know her story.
Literally.
You don't know her story.
There's always an exception. Come on.
Right,
that's... People are honestly, one thing that's really driven, it makes me sad, is that a lot of the discourse around the show feels really unwarranted. It's literally just people looking for, holes or things they can nitpick.
Yeah.
They kind of tear it down. And that upsets me a little bit because, I love Star Wars.
Who doesn't?
The show isn't, the greatest Star Wars project ever.
No.
That's easy to say. But, at the same time, it's also not the worst Star Wars I've ever seen. Rise of Skywalker, I'm kidding you.
Yo, serious question. Which one did you hate more? Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker?
Probably Rise of Skywalker, honestly. The Last Jedi, so... My only issue with that movie, there's a lot of really good moments in that movie. My problem with it comes from the fact that, for me, it's like A New Hope, in where it's one of the slowest Star Wars movies, slowest moving. So I have a hard time watching that one because its pace is just really abysmal. But it's got some great cinematography, some really great set piece moments. It's just that pace feels really off and is slow. Whereas the Rise of Skywalker just kind of destroys everything that kind of came before it. We were looking forward to seeing the Knights of Ren. They were ass. We were looking forward to even when they announced Palpatine was coming back. It's okay, that could be good. They did not do it good. No. There was a lot left to be desired in that film, and it felt like it put the final nail in the coffin for that trilogy. It could have still The Last Jedi. They had some really interesting stuff with Rey being a nobody, all that stuff. But then with The Rise of Skywalker, they backtrack all that. And when they could be pushing the story forward, they backtrack. And so that's where my issue with The Rise of Skywalker comes. It does a lot of backtracking to try to save itself, when really it should be building that story in a more interesting direction. And yeah, overall, it falls flat for me. It's a fun movie if you think about it on its own. If you don't consider it really a Star Wars movie. but the fact that it's part of a trilogy, and the very end of the trilogy, is very like anticlimactic, and a lot of the fight scenes, like man, and a lot of the logic in that movie, just like it's kind of abysmal. Like the whole fact where she's like pulling up the knife, and the knife looks like the
don't
wreckage.
even get me started on the knife.
The wreckage from the Star Destroyer. Like how the fuck is that supposed to even be a thing? It makes zero fucking sense. And then the whole fact with there's one more thing. The fight choreography. When like Ben is like having his fight with the Knights of Ren, and he like puts his lightsaber on his back and then waits for the dude to hit him. Like I could understand if he like flipped it behind his back and like knocked it, but the fact that he like waited for like a good 5 seconds for the dude to just hit his back, like the choreography in that movie is not good at all for what you expect for Star Wars. The prequels had that shit down. Even in the original trilogy, even though it felt more like fencing or a duel, like it was not, it was like good enough.
Yeah,
like it was so simple, it was simplistic, but like it conveyed the emotions. Whereas the Rise of Skywalker felt like they were trying to be like all really edgy and cool and shit, and then they just made it unbelievable. That's yeah.
I do think that The Last Jedi is worse than The Rise of Skywalker, but not by much.
Okay.
They're both awful films. The first one completely destroyed everything, like The Last Jedi completely destroyed everything set up in The Force Awakens. Like at the end of The Force Awakens, you're like, it wasn't a great film, but you were excited to see what would happen.
I honestly like The Force Awakens. I didn't have much issue with that one.
And then The Last Jedi came along, literally threw everything out the window.
Here's the thing: I don't necessarily think it did. Like it used like my biggest complaint, or one of my biggest complaints with The Last Jedi is that they kind of did Snoke dirty, but it's also not like this is where we talk about what you wanted to see, and like you can't judge it off that. I personally would have liked to see Snoke be like a reverse Yoda, like a giant like fucking dude who is like evil dark side guiding Ben down the dark side path. But the fact that he like overcame his master and like killed his master, that's like totally within Sith lore.
It is. I'm not arguing that.
I also like understanding like Luke Skywalker's mindset. Like a lot of people are like, Luke wouldn't be like that.
He wouldn't though.
But I feel like, if you had like a moment of weakness, right, where you're fearing that there's going to be another Darth Vader, another like one of your father, and in that like one moment of weakness, like you make a mistake. Like he wasn't going to actually kill Ben. I don't believe he would have actually done that. No, but that fear within him kind of overcame him in that moment for like a split second. We all have like moments like that.
And I get what you're trying to say, but I feel like Luke, if he did fear that Vader was going to come back, he knew that Vader was still redeemable. At the end, he redeemed himself. He found the good within himself. Yeah. So he knows that even if you are the new Vader, the next horrible person, I almost said something bad, the next horrible person, there's still good in you.
But that's why he turned off the lightsaber. Or that's why he didn't turn it off, but that's why he like stopped himself, Like he did come to that realization. It was just too late.
Yeah, I don't know. I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that's the case.
I don't think they character assassinated Luke. That's just me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel differently about that, but
then The Rise of Skywalker was just everybody hated Last Jedi. Let's give them everything that they want. Let's give them Palpatine. Let's give them lightsabers. Let's give them all this. It was just pandering the movie, and that makes it even worse because you can't even stick to your own guns.
Exactly.
Right. Like
the whole backtracking with Rey's like origin, and the whole bringing Palpatine could have worked, but they just did it in like a really bad way. They did all the wrong moves with that.
There was that theory going around that Snoke was Plagueis.
Yeah.
Which I would have loved to see.
Totally.
Right? You could still have Palpatine come back in the last movie. but have Palpatine kill Plagueis, right?
Yeah.
And like for good, right? Because then Plagueis, we get to see Plagueis for the first time. We already know the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
We all did.
We all do. And then to see it happen again on screen would give. It is a little bit of pandering, but not nearly as much.
Yeah, they just, I don't know.
But
The Last Jedi, I feel like of course it didn't take much from the Force Awakens, right? But I also don't feel like it backtracked its story as hard as like the Rise of Skywalker. My biggest issue is that it just fucking took back all the shit that they did. They're like, oh, people don't like this. We're just gonna backtrack on all of it. Like, like you said, stick to your guns. Just go with it. Stick to your James.
Stick to your James Gunn. Is that what you're trying to say? He didn't do either of those movies, man.
Didn't he? He did the first one. He
He
did both.
That was Cameron.
Oh no, it wasn't James Cameron. No, it's James.
No.
It's James Gunn.
It wasn't James Gunn. James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it wasn't. You're right. It wasn't James Gunn. It wasn't James Cameron either. What was the fucking
Force
dude's name?
Awakens?
There's a guy who did the Force Awakens for sure. Go down.
J.J. Abrams.
Oh, J.J. Abrams. Yeah. Damn it, my pun did not work. They look kind of similar though, so there's that.
Sure.
They both wear glasses. They both got the black hair.
All right. I think Dominic's grasping at this point.
I'm pulling the thread.
Yeah, fucking pulling the thread. Yeah, pull that thread. Let's get back on track to Acolyte.
Yeah, I don't think I got much more to say about it.
Well, what do you think is going to happen? Episode 4 or 5, the rest of the series.
Well, I think so. We're definitely getting the Wookiee confrontation next episode, and then I think episode 5 will be like dealing with this, like the Sith showing up and all that, and kind of getting that shit. We'll probably see May, like you said, deal with the Wookiee. I could see that, and get his lightsaber. And then episode 6, I think, is probably going to be our flashback again, going back to the fire and seeing more of what happened. And then episode 7, 8 is kind of up in the air for me. Like, I don't really know. I have a feeling there's a possibility that May ends up killing her master and taking that Sith's place. Like, I could see that going down, because especially if she finds out that he was or she was involved in the fire in any way.
Yeah.
Like, if she figures that out, I think then like she's gonna go after the master. But then I could see her becoming like an actual Sith apprentice to whoever is actually in charge.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I don't really know. Like, I think she'll get her revenge, and we'll see the story move on from there.
So yeah, because the show is called The Acolyte, inherently it's about May.
Yeah.
May is the main character. It's her story.
Yeah. May.
Right?
Well,
It's not
May,
Osha. It's May's.
arguably it could be both, but yes.
Arguably, they're the same person. So, and if you don't know what an acolyte is, we touched on this last time. An acolyte is somebody who is a follower, right? So it asks the question: is she actually a Sith, or is she just like somebody who believes in the Sith, like that blind monk from Rogue One?
Yeah, I forget his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Because he wasn't Force sensitive. We know May is Force sensitive, right? We've seen her use the Force to grab her knives and shit. But he believed in the Force. He believed in the Jedi as kind of like a religion. Is May going to be the same, but for the dark side? We don't know.
Yeah.
Right? She could literally just be vying for an apprenticeship, or she is just like yeah. Anyways,
I don't think we're gonna see redemption for her. If anything, I think story-wise, she's just gonna like continue going down the dark path.
I think if anything, it'll be not necessarily like a redemption in the eyes of the Jedi, but as a viewer, you'll see why she went down that path, and you'll sympathize with it.
Yeah.
Right. There was something else I was going to say. What was I gonna say? Tell me, Dom. What
I
the
don't
fuck was in
always
my
read
head?
your mind. I don't know. I don't have a Jedi mind trick.
Oh, so yeah, episode 4 I think will be the Wookiee fight. She will get the lightsaber. I think it would be a really cool shot. This is speculation. I think it would be a really cool shot that she gets the Wookiee's lightsaber. It's fucking massive. Cuts him down, whether he allows her to do it or she just does it of her own accord. And then like the blade just slowly turns red. I think that would be such a cool shot. Episode 5, I think we're gonna learn more about the masters. So we'll get to actually know who May's master is.
Yeah.
And we'll learn more about Soul. Episode 6 will be, I think, the huge confrontation, right? With all the Jedis and their lightsabers going against the other guys, whatever, right? I think that will be, at the end of that episode, will be the start of that battle. Episode 7 will be like the whole battle, plus some other tidbits here and there. I don't know if we're ever going to see an entire episode dedicated to May's side, but they could do flashbacks, right? Or Soul will just be like, this is what happened, right? Like,
Okay.
you don't know what happened, this is what happened, and it'll take up maybe 10, 15 minutes of the episode. And then the final one will be, I hate to say this, but because the show is called The Acolyte, right? It's inherently about the dark side. And I hate to see this happen, but I think Soul will die.
Yeah.
Episode 8, completing May's revenge thing. And then season 2, if there is one. I hope there is, just because
It's new Star Wars stuff.
it's
different.
new. Yeah, but it's like, if there's a season 2, we can see sort of the progression of Headland's directing capabilities a lot better. Because it's the same story. She's the lead director. She's the executive producer. She has say in everything.
Yeah.
Right? So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of transitions over the time. That's the main reason why I want a season 2. Will there be a season 2? If they play it right, and episode 8 is kind of like Soul gets killed, May's revenge story is that, they can end it there. And that would be an entirely self-contained story, which works. If they want to expand that with Osha doing her thing and
Going after May, maybe.
something like that, then you can still have that storyline. But if you just ended it after the 8, right, then it's still a decent show.
Yeah. Personally, I hope they continue it. I just like the way the story's progressing, and I feel like it's finally different Star Wars content that's live action that's not related to the fall of the Republic, the Galactic Empire.
It is nice to see a different era.
Right? It's refreshing, honestly, because there's so much Star Wars content and lore and stuff to dive into and be told, and this is kind of doing a little bit of that. Like, it's not doing a ton of it, but it's just, as a Star Wars fan, it's really, really nice to see them exploring something different from the Empire, the Resistance, all that shit. Because I'm honestly, as much as I love OG Star Wars and all the Republic, the Clone Wars, all that shit, we've seen so much of it. Give us something new, please.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of it a little bit. As much as I love Star Wars, it's just like, I need new shit. Show me the old Republic, please.
Yes. I was just going to ask you, which era do you want to see most?
Oh man, I would kill. I know actually the director said she would be interested in making a Knights of the Old Republic series. I would fucking kill for that. Like,
Leslie
give me
Headland?
give me a name, give me a list. I will become an acolyte to see this become an actual story. Because honestly, Knights of the Old Republic, the original story is what made me want to be a writer. Like, that shit blew my tiny little fucking grade 6 brain when I played that shit for the first time. One of the best plot twists in all of fucking gaming. So good. To see that come to fruition, live action, is a dream. Because at the end of the day, like...
You're talking about Revan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if they like it's an adaptation, right? Like you still have the original material there. The RPG is still there. It's not going anywhere just because they made it into like a canon story. So like I don't have an issue with them adapting it as long as they like for the most part remain faithful and hit those beats. If they change it too much and like there's just some random shit in there, sure, then I'll be upset. But like as long as they hit the main story beats and see that story through, like I'm fucking game for it.
I think the Old Republic would be the best way. So
show us the Mandalorian Wars.
The fact that the Old Republic is an MMO actually makes it perfect for an adaptation, because you don't have to follow the character. You don't have to pick a character and follow their story.
Yeah.
And have it match up with everything that happens. You can do someone completely outside, not even mentioned in the game, but in that world, experiencing those events from outside of the, like, out of the lens.
So yeah, like the Old Republic, like Knights of the Old Republic, it's like takes place kind of still way before the Old Republic stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, the Old Republic is another golden opportunity era because it's filled with so many Sith, filled with so many Jedi, so many different factions just vying for power and control over the galaxy. Like it is literally like Clone Wars, but like just full on Sith versus Jedi.
Yeah, it's like if Clone Wars had, instead of robots, instead of droids, it was Sith, and instead of clones, it was Jedi.
Yeah, so that shit would be cherry on top. I do think if they do a Knights of the Old Republic series, what would be really sick is if we see... It'd be cool if we also get the Mandalorian Wars, because that's a huge... Basically, before all the Darth Revan shit, the Mandalorian Wars like took place kind of right before, and that's the Jedi versus the Mandalorian. The Mandos are basically like, you know what? We've heard all this talk about the Jedi. Let's see how they really.
They're not that strong. Fuck them.
And then they went to war with the galaxy literally just so they could fucking fight the Jedi.
Yeah. And got their asses handed to them.
They did.
They fucked around and found out.
Don't get me wrong. They fucked shit up though. Like they did.
They're Mandos. Of course.
They. Seeing like the War Basilisk droids and like all that shit would be so fucking good. So I'd like to see that'd be a real cool area for them to explore too, and then they could dive into the Knights of the Old Republic storyline, all that stuff. And of course, there's also the opportunity to do something different. Like there's the High Republic that's still just barely being explored. There's a lot to play with in Star Wars lore that they just haven't really touched for live action. So I'm excited. I hope that we get to see more of that. I know people are like, slow down the Star Wars shows. I feel like they're at a reasonable pace right now. It's not too bad. It's not like Marvel where they're releasing like... I feel like Marvel's shows, like, they're releasing a little too many of them. And it's because...
Oh, yeah, especially back in the day when it was like, here's WandaVision and Loki and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and it's kind of diluting Marvel a little bit. Because if they can't maintain the same quality throughout all of their content, then at the end of the day, it's like you kind of fall out of it a bit. Like there's still some Marvel shows I haven't seen because I'm overloaded.
Well, I mean, I still haven't seen WandaVision.
WandaVision was good.
I still haven't seen Loki. I still haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Loki was also good.
After Endgame, right? I was like, there's so much now. Like I can't.
Unless you were like keeping up with it as it was coming out, it's hard to keep up because now I'm behind because there's quite a few things I haven't seen.
What I do want to see more from Marvel, I know this is off topic.
Disney. We can tie it together.
What I do want to see is I really want them to bring back specifically Luke Cage. That Luke Cage show was so fucking good.
It was great.
Jessica Jones, so fucking good. Daredevil's still going on, right? Or have they wrapped it up?
So Daredevil finished, but there's a new series called Daredevil Born Again coming out, where basically I think it's gonna be like 9 episodes. So there's a new Daredevil show coming out that I think is continuing on where it kind of left off a little bit.
Yeah. Same guy?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Same actor.
He's a phenomenal Matt Murdock.
Iron Fist, I thought the first season, even though it wasn't the greatest, it also wasn't as horrible as it could have been, if that makes sense. Like,
I get that.
It wasn't like, honestly, I think they really fucked up with the director they picked. I think it's Scott Derrickson. He literally, I feel like he didn't give a shit about, like, he was just a jobber. Like, he was hired to do the job, and so he just, like, did the job, but, like...
He had no passion.
Yeah.
Just like, this is a paycheck to me.
Totally, because, like, Finn Jones, I think that's his name, who plays...
Iron Fist, and also...
Yeah.
Oh, shit, what's his name in Game of Thrones?
It's like Laura... forget his name, but it starts with an L, I think.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad actor for Iron Fist, but he also didn't like really train to the extent I feel like she should have to actually make the martial arts more believable. Yeah. So I think that was a bit of a mistake there. But the thing with Scott Derrickson, like the Inhumans, they had a series. They also had, it was like a little mini movie that came out in IMAX or whatever,
right.
And then launched the series. He fucked that shit up. The Inhumans are such like interesting characters and such like they're really good Marvel characters. But because of his fucking fumble, they basically just wiped the Inhumans out from Marvel continuity for live action shit.
Dominic's
and it hurts me.
Dominic, go off.
Black Bolt, like Medusa, Karnak, all those characters are so fucking good. And he just like butchered them to fucking shit. He had good actors for them, but the sets were garbage. The story was garbage. He literally was a jobber and did like bare minimum, had no love for the property. I think he like really beelined the fuck out of that, like the production, all that. So that physically hurts me still to this day. There's a pain inside me because of that. Like the Inhumans are such great characters, and the fact that we're not going to see them, like they're retconning shit to like having them like people who are Inhumans be mutants in Marvel now.
Yeah,
because they just want to like get rid of the Inhumans when they had like such potential. And honestly, what they should do is they should just like fucking say that show didn't happen.
Say it was a different universe.
Yeah, it was a different universe.
It was like Earth 617 or something. I don't know.
Something.
I don't
like
know
that.
the universes all that well.
But like, I don't know. The Inhumans are great characters. They're butchered by Scott Derrickson. I'll never forgive you. You did an okay job with Iron Fist, but I feel like you brought the same energy there, which led to it not being the greatest show.
You hear that, Scott Derrickson? You've made the list.
Yeah. If I have to, to get Knights of the Old Republic going, number one.
Dominic's hit list.
Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. I sorry I went on a little rant.
It's all good, man. It's all good. This is a safe place. No Scott. No, I don't even remember his name anymore.
Good. He doesn't deserve to be remembered.
Did you watch Bad Batch?
No.
No?
I watched 2 episodes, I think.
Of the new season?
No, of the whole show. I watched the first 2 episodes.
I know you're kind of like done with that era.
No, I'm still gonna watch it at some point. It's just I haven't gotten around to it.
The animation in it is so good.
I know it's a good show too. Like it's an interesting story to tell. These clones that they were already misfits and outcasts from being clones themselves, and now they're being hunted by the people who like brought them up, who the system they were in.
Well, and like I don't want to say it just because I don't know if it's happened in those first 2 episodes. But I think you can surmise it. I'm just gonna say it. Because they're the misfits, because of their mutations, their inhibitor chip doesn't work properly, so they're not affected by Order 66. Yeah. Which is very interesting. But watch. It's 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Right.
It's on my watch list. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I do think we will definitely see kind of a sequel to the Bad Batch with how it ended. I can't talk too much about it because you haven't.
Yeah.
But just how it ended, we're gonna see more of Omega.
That'll be good. I think she was an interesting character, the little Asava.
And we're gonna see more of the clones. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't, because you haven't fucking seen it yet. yeah, we'll see more of the clones and what happened to them in that interwar period. That's what I think. I do want them to do other eras. The High Republic, I was never really a fan of.
I think there's some interesting stuff in there with the I think they're called the Nihil or Nihil or something. The species that or the faction species that are basically like space Vikings. I think that's pretty awesome.
I think that's what it is. Because but
the fact that they can I think they like the hyperdrive shit. Like they kind of discovered a new way to like use hyperspace lanes and all that shit, and they got some interesting stuff going on. And there's a lot of like potential within that conflict that they have with the rest of the galaxy.
Yeah.
I also like it because the Jedi do feel super fucking arrogant at this stage in time. It's like they're not like the Galactic Republic like Jedi in the prequel trilogy. Like those Jedi are pretty arrogant too, but they're like right on the precipice of being that fucking arrogant, you know?
Yeah, and I think that's why I don't like the High Republic is because they're very like holier than thou, right? Which I get. That's what they're trying to do. It's just I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's fair. I like seeing the new takes on the Jedi because the Jedi are portrayed as like the protagonists, right? But like at the same time, they're largely at fault for the fucking shit that went down.
Yeah, there's a storyline that's in the Old Republic that I want them to adapt more, especially if they continue with the High Republic era in the Acolyte. It's that the Jedi will just take fucking Force sensitive kids. Like,
yeah,
too bad. They're one with the Force. We're taking them, which is really fucked up.
It's really fucked up. I find that they're really pushing their Jedi religion on the whole galaxy.
Yeah.
That kind of, yeah. I don't want to go too far into the real life parallels because that will offend people, but like it upsets me because some of that shit does happen in real life.
Yeah.
But also like Star Wars is a reflection of real life at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what sci-fi is.
Yeah.
Right? All of sci-fi is a reflection of, or it's asking the question, if the world continues the way that it is, this is what it'll look like.
Well, I'm fairly certain that the original trilogy takes a lot of inspiration from the Vietnam War and a lot of inspiration from World War II.
The OT?
Yeah, the original trilogy.
I think the OT is more about the Akira Kurosawa films and spaghetti westerns.
That's the inspiration for the style.
For the style. My apologies. Yeah.
But the actual like story inspiration comes from World War II and the Vietnam War because those were the big influences kind of before George Lucas's time.
Yeah. Okay, my apologies. Sorry.
All good. The prequels take a lot of inspiration from the fall of the Roman Empire. Like that history. That's kind of where the story kind of draws its parallels. And then we get to the sequel trilogy, and then Star Wars.
I'm actually going to disagree with you on.
No, you don't think it takes
on the prequels.
You don't think it takes inspiration from
the fall of the
Roman Empire?
No. I think that it is supposed to be a representation of the war in the Middle East, as well as taking inspiration from World War II. Okay?
I can see you taking inspiration from the war in the Middle East. World War II, I feel like the original trilogy has more of that.
I think World War II is just going to be a running influence through all of Star Wars because it's fucking World War II.
Side sequel.
Fair. Well, even that, like the First Order, we will birth a new greater republic. But yeah, I think the prequels were more about the war in the Middle East, especially with how politicized it was, and you got more politics in the prequels.
Yeah, no, I get that because when you're talking about that, it reminds me of like the Trade Federation and all the shit happening.
Yeah.
In that the first movie.
Yeah.
But like overall, I think it's influenced by like the fall of the Roman Empire, it falling from within, it collapsing.
I get that.
Yeah. But who's to say it can't take inspiration from multiple things, right? So
here's a little piece of trivia. I don't know if you know this. He studied film, so I don't know if he knows this, but predominantly when you're shooting a battle scene, the bad guys come from the right and the good guys come from the left because it shows the good guys progressing, because in Western culture you read left to right. Right? Mm-hmm. In the Clone Wars movie, the clones show up and they go from right to left to show that their eventual turn in episode 3, which I fucking love that. I didn't know about it when I was like 12 when the movie came out. Not even 12. I was like 8. But like going back, and now that I have an appreciation for film, right? I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Clone Wars was the first Star Wars movie I saw in theater. So it has a special place in my heart. I know it's a terrible film. But that battle at the end, I've watched that battle so many fucking times.
People shit on the Clone Wars. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say. There's a lot of issue.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones,
yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of issue with the dialogue, but that's also because, sorry, George Lucas, he's not the most subtle writer when it comes to dialogue. Still love you.
Please buy back Star Wars, man. Please.
No, not even that. Just consult more.
Well, they're talking about him coming back as not necessarily taking over for Kathleen Kennedy, but kind of being like on par with her.
Yeah.
So he can kind of.
Yeah. Anyways,
better.
I don't think Attack of the Clones is that bad of a film as people like to make it out to be. My least favorite film from the Star Wars trilogy, people are gonna get on me, is fucking A New Hope.
Oh shit!
Like
Star Wars.
The Star Wars. I know it launched everything, but it wasn't like at its full potential, right? Like it was like the testing for what Star Wars could be.
But they didn't know that there was going to be fulls
at the time. You're right. But that's why I feel like it wasn't able to like. It set up its identity, but it didn't like fully differentiate. Like it didn't fully like. It wasn't fully Star Wars yet, I think Star Wars really started to shine Empire Strikes Back. That was like still one of the greatest films in all of cinema.
I think a lot of people agree with you. Of the OT, I think most people have A New Hope as the bottom of the OT.
It's just I find
Empire
that one
at the top
hard to watch is all, because it's like the pacing is so slow because it's introducing you to the Star Wars universe. For the first time. So I kind of, and like, it was one of George Lucas's first films, if not his first film.
I think it was.
So, like, there's a lot left to be desired there. Not by any means saying it's bad, I just find it hard to watch along with The Last Jedi because their pacing is so slow. But it's got a lot of great, that one actually has good dialogue in it.
Yeah, that one's at least written well.
Yeah. So like but that's my least favorite Star Wars film, just because it's a little on the slow side.
Of the OT and prequels, I think you probably have Rise of Skywalker as far below New Hope.
True. The Rise of Skywalker, though, is like, it's paced well and it's fun, but it's not Star Wars to me.
it's written so bad. There's so many MacGuffins in that.
Even the reason, like, they fly now, like fucking Finn, bro.
They fly.
They've had jetpacks for fucking thousands of years in the Star Wars universe. Really? They fly now.
The knife?
The knife was that shit was.
Oh yeah, let me go to this one specific place, forge a knife that matches up with the wreckage, pray that wreckage doesn't shift at all in the years that it goes by, and if somebody goes to that exact same spot and lines it up, it'll point to the room. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Yeah, so I mean, at least A New Hope, even though it's slow, it was written well, and it was a good story. It's just a little slow for my liking.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Rise of Skywalker is just.
So we touched on this already. Star Wars takes a lot of inspiration from Akira Kurosawa.
Yep.
I was watching Generation Tech. I love you. And he mentioned that there was a Akira Kurosawa film where it's about four different people trying to figure out, like, they're being investigated for whatever reason, and each one has their own take on the story, but they're all different, and they're trying to figure out, like, who did it or whatever. I think that would be a really interesting Star Wars show or movie where you just have, like, the Jedi show up and there's like a world is missing or something. Like, what the fuck happened? And then you have the Sith, you have like all these different factions saying like, oh, this is what happened, but none of them are telling the truth. You don't know if they're telling the truth. You don't know who's working with who. I think that would be really cool. And then it just turns out that it was like, I don't know.
So, all right.
Something like the Sunbreaker.
Hypothetically, you get the option to make one Star Wars movie, one Star Wars TV series. What are they? I'll answer mine.
Sorry, what was the first part?
Hypothetically, you get, in the future, you get the option to make one Star Wars movie and one Star Wars TV series. What story are you telling, for each one? What would you like to see?
Well,
what stories do you have that you would like to be told?
I don't know if I've mentioned this. I've probably mentioned this back when we used to do the Let's Play videos. I don't think I've done this on stream. But for a TV show, I really want... I have this story that I want to write where it's about a privateer during the Clone Wars, right? And it's about him, and he has like a Jedi overseer who's like a pacifist. Sort of like, that old guy that Ahsoka got stuck with, who had like the lightsaber in his cane.
Oh, the dinosaur-looking dog.
Yeah, so like essentially someone like him, and he's like, "Oh, you should be a privateering. Ah, yes, I'll accompany you on this, but don't kill nobody." It's like, I'm a pirate. I have to. It's like, no, you don't. I mean, have peace, man. Have peace. And it's like, whoa. And it's just like, I think that would be a really funny dynamic.
Okay.
But like as the show goes on, he starts to understand, right? Like, it's not the people who are, because he's attacking the merchant ships of the Trade Federation and all the other CIS. But it's not like the people who are operating those ships, they're not fighting the war, right? It's the goods that are influencing the war. So he ends up being like, yeah, we're not killing anybody. We'll take your shit, but we're not going to kill anybody. And then the fall happens, and Order 66 happens. There's like a Marine contingent of clones who end up killing the Jedi, and he just fucking breaks down. Right, and then like he gets buried on like Alderaan, and he's dealing with the loss of what he thought was like his mentor, his best friend, all of that. And he realizes he's gonna go and do the same sort of shit, but against the Empire. Right? And so I wanted to create a story where he's the one who, like, he eventually becomes like Pirate King. Monkey D. Luffy. But he's the one who acquires the 3 Hammerhead Corvettes for Bail Organa, so he can give them to the
Rebels.
The Rebels, thank you. I had Resistance.
So did I for a second, but yeah.
So yeah, give them to the Rebels. So that's how he's kind of helping, is like he's attacking or collecting shit, and then through different means he's giving that towards the Rebels, but because he's a pirate, right? They don't connect the dots because it's going through someone else.
It'd be an interesting story, especially because it transcends kind of both eras, right? Like
Yeah.
you start all the way at the beginning, or not all the way at the beginning, but
Well-
pretty close, right? The Clone Wars.
How I wanted it is he was like he was from Naboo or whatever, and his family ended up getting killed or whatever when the occupation happened, and that's what made him hate it so much. So pretty much from episode 1 all the way up to A New Hope.
From the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. But like at the very end, spoilers, if this ever actually happens, please. He's like, he's old. He's like, man, you know, I've done what I want. Like I've done what I could. Right, my crew is still gonna go. They're gonna do their own thing, but you know, I'm retiring. And he goes back to Alderaan, and he's there with Bail Organa, right? Because they grew close. They go and they see Buddy's grave, right, and all that, and then they're just sitting on the bench, and then they look up at the sky, and they see the Death Star show
Yeah.
up, and that is the end.
It's a good ending.
I want to write this so bad.
Chef's kiss. Do it. Make a fanfic. What about your movie? So this has to be a solo. Like
Solo one-off movie
yeah.
in Star Wars. Movie. That's a good one. That is a good one. You
don't got one?
I don't got one that's just like a standalone movie. You know, a movie that takes place between the fall of the Empire, like after the fall of the Empire, maybe it's following like Leia and her establishing everything and getting like the Nebula class Star Destroyers and dealing with all that politics and stuff. And then maybe like seeing Luke trying to reestablish the Jedi and Han doing his thing, whatever the fuck he's doing.
So just a movie
Probably
with
Leia,
the OG kind of trilogy, or
Yeah,
trilogy
just
cast
like-
again.
just like episode 6,
Like an epilogue almost.
Yes, like an epilogue to the OT. I think that
That would be cool,
that
yeah.
would be the movie I would do.
For me, I have a series in mind, but I'll explain that after because it's a little less fleshed out. For a movie, I'd really like to see a Darth Vader. I kind of title it in my head like Purge movie, and so this movie would take place kind of when the Empire is being like, it's already been established for a little bit, and he's kind of hunting down Jedi that are still around. So the beginning of the movie is Vader's hunting down some Jedi. He's like hunting down a group. There's probably like 4 of them. He ends up killing 2 of them, but a master and apprentice escape. And after they escape, Vader gets kind of a call from Sidious. And Sidious is like, yo, there's something going on at the space station. I need you to go fucking investigate it. And so basically, it's the Yuuzhan Vong. They show up. They're on the space station. First, Vader like kind of doesn't go there. He sends the 501st. So you kind of get like the 501st like POV. I basically want a movie where we see the Empire as the good guys. And so like, because they kind of establish themselves to kind of like to protect the galaxy. So I want to see them actually like kind of do that. Yeah. So on the space station, the 501st is there. I think the Jedi Master and Apprentice also make their way to the space station because it's like close by enough. So they escape there. The 501st and the Jedi end up teaming up together, but the Jedi Master gets killed. And then like right
Rest
when
in
they're
peace.
yeah right right when they're about to get like kind of like overwhelmed, Vader shows up. Right, and he starts going to town on the Yuuzhan Vong. But what I really find interesting is the Yuuzhan Vong, they like have a complete disdain for technology, and Vader's like the epitome of that because he's like a cyborg.
He is literally Mr. Tech.
Yeah, so I'd find that to be such an interesting like conflict between the two, and like his force doesn't work on them, so he has to just uses like brute strength, like his machine like power against them.
Yeah.
And so basically the plot is the Yuuzhan Vong, they found like a piece of their homeworld, so they're trying to like reestablish their connection to the Force.
Right.
So the conflict moves from the space station to this like piece of planet that's still in existence because the space station was kind of mining from there or whatever.
Right.
That's what brought the Yuzong Vong in, and it's not like the full Yuzong Vong like fleet. It's just like it's one of their world ships, but it's like just one of them, right? So it's.
I mean, that's still a lot.
It's still a lot, but it's not like to the point where it's like the full on invasion. Like it's just like a detachment from them, like exploring to figure out like where their homeworld went. So they go to this planet. Darth Vader and the 501st basically are trying to like fight the Yuzong Vong and destroy it. And like my whole thing is like I want Darth Vader to have a moment on there where he pulls the Star Killer and pulls his own Star Destroyer down into
the world ship.
Yeah, and this is how he gets his like executor, like the.
Oh, that's how he get. I was like, man, what if he's like pulling the fucking executor into this world ship? That would be insane.
This is like how he gets it, because after that he gets the executor like as a replacement.
Okay, so kind of like between episodes 4 and 6.
Yeah,
or sorry, 5 and 6.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be between 5 and 6. It'd be because does he have an executor? Is that when he? Anyways. I was thinking more between 3 and 4, but anywho,
because he did have a regular ISD in episode 4. I do know that for a fact.
Well, I just remember him being on the actual like Star Destroyer, Death Star. My bad. I don't remember him being on a Star Destroyer, but I could be mistaken there.
Well, there's
blows plot holes into my whole story, but anyways,
the Star Destroyer that was chasing the Corvette.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But it could just be he didn't have.
It could have just been like he was on there.
Yeah. Anyways, he also teams up with the Jedi Apprentice, right, to kind of like deal with the Yuzong Vong. I think it'd be cool if he sees like a bit of Anakin in
like that. Anakin slips out with the Padawan that like.
Well, no, he sees himself in the Padawan, right? After he kills his master and stuff, like the Padawan's got like the whole revenge shit, and he just kind of like starts to like identify with him. But like when he's on the planet and he kind of pulls his own Star Destroyer down to kind of like destroy it so the Yuzong Vong can't use it to reestablish their connection to the Force. He basically like he goes to leave, but he leaves the fucking Padawan on the planet to get destroyed. But he's like, I'm gonna leave you alive. If you survive, I'm gonna hunt you down.
Yeah,
and that would be kind of like the end of it.
And the Padawan's like, wait, I want to kill some kids too.
Not quite. Maybe he has a whole killing the Yuzong Vong kids moment on there. Anyway, no, just joking.
He just goes up and there's like a bunch of little Yuzong Vong kids. And it's just like, what are we going to do now? Are you here to protect us?
But the purge has like a dual meaning. He's purging the Jedi at the beginning of the film, but then he's purging the Yuzong Vong from the galaxy. So it's kind of like a bait and switch almost.
And also, all crime is legal for 24 hours.
Totally, yep. The Purge. So I think that would be a cool like movie because you get to see the Empire from like a heroic standpoint, even though Darth Vader is still a villain, still doing fucked up shit. Like you see it from his POV, and he is trying to like actually defend the galaxy from this existential threat. And then we get space orcs, right, with their.
With the Yuzong.
Yeah, and shit. So I think that'd be.
Can I change my movie? Yeah. Can I change my movie idea? Because this movie can kind of go into yours.
Okay.
The Outbound Flight.
What's that?
The Outbound Flight was so you know the Dreadnought class, whatever the Dreadnought class, right? So what they did is they made this giant fucking fuel container and put 6 of these Dreadnought class ships around the outside and just sent it off, right, to find new galaxies and all that. That's the Outbound Flight.
Okay.
And that Jedi clone guy, I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about. Who was like a clone of Luke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, so they go out and they do the Outbound Flight. They're going out, and that's when they run into the Yuzong Vong. And then that's kind of like the impetus to come in, because it's like the Yuzong Vong think like, oh, they're attacking us, and then they come in and like, that's a piece of our world, you fuckers.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
My Star Wars series, this is a little less fleshed out. I just think it's an interesting concept. This one I might write as a fanfic at some point. But basically, it'd be kind of take place during the era where before Darth Bane establishes the rule too. So when he sees all the Sith infighting going on and shit like this, and basically the Jedi would do like a clandestine mission, and they would send in one of their own, kind of make him become like a dark Jedi to join the Sith as like a spy. And so he only has a connection to his like old master, who is his handler. But yeah, he has to pretend to be a Sith basically, and actually like kind of start like doing evil shit so that he can keep feeding information to the Jedi. Yeah. And then at some point his master would die, and then he's like actually just stuck in the Sith and still trying to like do good shit in the Sith without being caught, with no actual ties to the Republic or the Jedi, because no one actually knows that he did that shit and faked it so that he could infiltrate.
Yeah.
And so then like it would be kind of him eventually becoming like a gray Jedi towards the end after Darth Bane purges the Sith. But yeah, that would be, like I said, a lot less fleshed out. But I think it'd be an interesting concept to see a Jedi have to deal with those moral conflicts of actually pretending to be bad, or not just pretending to be bad, but doing evil shit, so that it's for like the greater good almost.
Well, it's kind of like an undercover cop story.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, as an undercover cop, you have to go against your morals, what you believe in, to continue your job, to bring down the ultimate bad guy.
Totally.
Right? So, yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting.
Especially with the whole, like, morality.
Yeah, exactly, right?
That's...
To see that inner conflict and how that would play out.
Speaking about Darth Bane, what do you think about these rumors that Ezra is going to be written into becoming Darth Revan?
No, that's not. I don't believe that a little bit.
All right, cool.
That's he's not Darth Revan. Sorry.
There's people who are like, Ezra being trained by Maul, and
there could be other Jedi trained. Like, it doesn't have to be the same character, just because there's some similarities.
I know. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, no.
Right, but that's just a rumor.
Where's he gonna get his Mandalorian mask, bro? There's no Mandalorian wars, or like, no.
He's gonna get it from Sabine.
Okay, yeah, because Darth Revan with Sabine Mac looks so scary.
I know. Right?
Pink and purple and orange mask with graffiti on it. That's Darth Revan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not. Yeah, it's not gonna be that.
No, sorry, I don't. But holds no water in my boat. Or bucket or whatever. You don't want water in a boat. We should probably get going with our game.
With the game, yeah, I was thinking about that, but I'm gonna run to the washroom.
Oh, okay. Let's just put it on. Be right back, because I gotta go too.
Okay. Together.
We are back.
I am. We are.
We are.
We are back.
We are ready to finish this fucking game off.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm not working. We'll finish this. I don't care if it takes a little bit longer.
We'll get it
finish
done.
All right. I'm just gonna lower that just a little bit.
So you have no camera right now.
I do not.
Your goal right now is to go all the way to the basement, get the camera.
Well, let me just jump down then.
You can.
Is that where I'm supposed to go?
I think so, but I'm also not 100% sure. Yeah, so you can't continue on basically until you get the.
Yeah, because
Yeah, so you have to go down here. I do believe those two dudes are going to be around though.
Tweedle Dick and Tweedle Balls.
Yeah. Also, are we going to have the music playing when the gaming?
Oh, so yeah, just how it's set up. The music's not going through the game.
Oh, okay.
It's on a player. Yeah.
I was like, this is intense, but we're in a horror game right now.
And it's just like do 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 do. So do I go down?
Yeah, you're basically going down.
Oh, I just went through that beam.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
There, I think the two naked dudes are going to be around, but you got to go down one more floor to get your camcorder. Yeah, I also can't hear the game, so I can't give you any advice.
You can't?
No.
Well, turn it up a bit.
It's at max, so it's set. It's fine. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Oh, now I can, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just...
Okay.
Yeah.
I
just didn't want the music blasting in your ears when you put it back on.
I appreciate that. So yeah, the two naked dudes are going to be kind of hunting you, I think, while you get your camcorder back. Okay. Yeah, you're looking for a way down.
We going down.
Oh, I saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Really fucking good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's probably my favorite of the Planet of the Apes stories so far. Really good start to a new trilogy.
Why are you freaking out?
Yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, anybody watching, highly recommend you watch it. It was solid as fuck. It's a little long, but it's also like... I thought about it afterwards, like, is there anything they could have really cut out to, you know, make the runtime shorter? And, like, overall with the themes and stuff, there wasn't really anything they could get rid of. But really, really solid. I'm excited to see what they do with the new trilogy going forward. Yeah, it was dope. Dope as fuck.
Sorry, character started breathing really heavy.
All good.
So I was focusing on this. Do I have to go into the darkness? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, if there's light, it's guiding you. I've been playing a bit of the God of War Valhalla DLC. That's good so far. Haven't made much progress. Kind of just played it drunk with a couple buddies.
Nice.
So there's that. That's fun so far.
Can I hide in these?
No, those are too small. In regards to anime, I watched Full Dive. It's got a way longer title. That shit was pretty good. I'm sad there's probably not going to be an additional season because it was funny as fuck. I'm holding off. I've been watching Tensura Slime or whatever. That was really good. I'm holding off on Mushoku Tensei until this half season's pretty much done before I'm going to dive into that. I know you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Mushoku Tensei is called Jobless Reincarnation, I think in English. That one's a really solid story. We'll probably, when we start reviewing anime and stuff like that, that's one I think you should see, because it's one of like the original isekais. So it's really good. Yeah, you definitely gotta go down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm holding off. I know the labyrinth arc is still going on a little bit. I'm excited to see because I've been reading the manga, and the manga literally is behind the anime right now. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. What else have I been watching anime wise?
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just taking a shower.
I've been watching Remonster. I'm enjoying that. I know a lot of people don't like Remonster. I understand their reasoning. To me, it's like whatever. Yeah, it's a fun watch. Remonster, the dude basically kind of reincarnates as a goblin.
Oh, I thought it was about Fenway Park. I'll be here all week, guys.
Yeah, so that's been good.
Okay. I don't like this Dom.
You have to jump down at some point.
I know, I don't want to. That's a far drop, too. Oh,
You
I have to fall that way, I guess.
you think you'd be able to like put your hand down on the wood and like let yourself down?
Yeah, just like... Oh,
Oh, I guess. All right.
all right.
Cool.
Cool.
Shut my fucking mouth.
What are we doing? What are we saying? What are we talking about?
I'm trying to listen to see if you're gonna get fucked up by these twins or not.
What does this say?
I don't think it's English.
No, it's French. Was this game written by French people? Like, made by French?
Maybe, I don't know.
Sandler. Oh, Sander.
Maybe this was like originally a French asylum at some point. I don't know.
Oop. I'm hearing some, like, weird chanting. Do you hear that? Like,
I'm not hearing that. I definitely hear like some weird noise in the background, but there you go.
It's like, okay. And this is the female ward, right?
Yeah, there's no females in this game, though,
No.
so don't get your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up.
I was hoping to see my ex.
I hope I never see her again.
Well, I was making a joke. Insane asylum, my ex.
Ah, because she's in the same asylum. Got you. And I was just being serious.
I can't see shit. Come on, give me the lightning. I need to see. There we go.
Yeah, this part sucks. Not being able to see is actually scary. Oh my god, that got me a little bit. I'm not even fucking playing.
See, this is another reason why I think you should be doing the horror games. My reactions aren't nearly as animated as yours.
Yeah, true. I've already played this game,
And you still jump.
and I still jump. I've beaten this game. I've beaten it. No, I've beaten it twice.
Is he on the outside?
He's in the inside.
Alright. You okay, buddy? Oh. You're okay, too, bud. I have no quarrel with you, sir.
So I think next
That's a
episode we're talking about doing Night Springs, and then
Yes,
after
the Night Springs DLC.
that, I was thinking we just jump back into Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I think so. We'll go back to Leon's playthrough.
Then we'll probably do Resident 3 and then 4.
Hopefully we can get scared. This is scared as shit. In our very first playthrough on this channel, we did Resi 2, but Claire's playthrough. And there's a point where Dominic gets so scared.
I don't even remember, but I could see it.
Oh, he got so scared, he literally screamed, which scared me.
Oh, that was... Oh, I remember. That was actually terrifying, because I did not think that dude was right behind me. We picked up the item, and the dude was in the room right next to me. I was like, what the fuck? I did not hear that man at all. I remember what you're talking about now.
What the fuck?
That scared the shit out of me, bro.
I want to watch that again.
That was pretty good.
I forget what episode it was.
Yeah, we had... Like, they're pretty short, because we did, like, 20-minute...
15-minute episodes, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 20, 30 minutes, but... Yeah, this is pretty short.
Where the fuck am I going?
That playthrough holds a special spot in my heart because of how jank everything was.
Oh my god, do you want to tell everyone about the jank?
We've already probably mentioned it before, but we basically had a Rock Band mic between the two of us. And,
duct tape to a music stand, can't forget that.
Yeah, duct tape to a music stand. It was, yeah. There's no camera recording us.
No.
Yeah, no overlay, just... And I even think the, what's it called? The fucking thing we used to record the game on the console?
Card?
The capture card was garbage, too. I think we got yours eventually, but the one I bought was, like, absolute trash.
I can't see anything. I can see a little bit more on the computer screen, so that's what I'm looking at right now.
Okay.
I think I climbed up on a shelf.
I just hear your guy freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm progressing.
Is that the camcorder there?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's it. Stand up.
Yeah. What's on the other side?
And use your night vision because niggas coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta make it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I jumped again. I already knew niggas was coming.
I can't. Fucking. Let me out!
Run!
I can't!
Oh my god. You're getting fucking jumped, bro.
There we go.
Run!
Let's run!
What are the triggers? You're dead.
Oh, fucking. Yeah. Is it L2 or something?
I think
L1?
it's L2. I think it's L2.
Right, because it's fucking stupid! It puts run on a trigger!
Well, it's one of the only controls I understand. Alright. Not gonna get jumped this time.
No.
Run, nigga!
Yeah, it's fucking L1.
Oh, L1's even worse. Oh, you went the wrong way.
I don't know where I'm going. Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Camera's fucked up,
Ow.
man. Left. You're gonna vault over that fucking shit.
Oh, where I came from.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, we're basically trying to get the fuck back up. Climb!
Alright, cool. This door closed.
Yeah, I think the twins are gonna be up here. I could be wrong, but...
Oh, I didn't want to do that. Fuck. How do I turn off the light again?
The trigger. Right trigger.
No, that's...
No, not right trigger, right stick. My bad.
Are you enjoying this?
Oh, yeah. Epilepsy warning.
Yeah, this is probably where they're going to show up, right?
I think so, but maybe I'm full of shit. Seems like I'm full of shit. Which isn't a bad thing. Right now, you know? I'd rather not deal with them. Maybe they're up top. If you go to the right. The right should just be able to hop up, I think.
You would think, but... Okay.
Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Gotta jump over that.
Oh, God.
We definitely put that there, so if you didn't have a camera, you'd fucking
Oh,
fall.
no, right. It's fucking L1 to run. Sorry.
Good jump.
Wasn't this guy, like, flashing? That's not a guy.
I think you're pretty close to... Yeah, just go to the left.
Follow the blood.
And then you turn off the... Well, you do you. Fuck. I think we're just going down there, right? Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I gotta jump.
You gotta go around, maybe?
I think... Oh, shit. Huh. And then drop down, I
think
guess.
so, yeah.
Huh. Huh.
You should be chill. I don't think he's gonna attack you.
You been chilling? By the way, that crack, that is incredibly well animated or whatever. It looks so real.
It does.
Okay. You're okay, bud.
Only one way out. Only one way.
Okay.
Shut the door on you.
How do you know you're not a patient?
Yeah.
The fuck?
We know we're not a patient because we literally walked in here on our own 2 feet.
We did this voluntarily.
Unfortunately.
Oh god. Only good things happen when you're going through walls. Oh!
I'm excited to play Resident Evil 4 when we get there. Oh, those are the twins.
Shit.
Those are the twins. Or the big dude. So yeah, you definitely have to deal with him. Oh, that's a big dude.
Where am I hiding? Where am I hiding?
Under the desk, under the desk. Oh, he saw you. Oh, no, he didn't.
Dude, shut the fuck up! Hello.
Don't these people have something else to fucking do?
There's like thousands of other patients for you to deal with, my dude. I just want to see which way he's gonna go. Please go left.
Well, that's the way you need to go too, so...
Brother.
I'm reading this Chinese novel right now called Reverend Insanity. Main character is basically just a fucking villain, and it's interesting. He does some really fucked up shit, but I don't know. I'm kind of here for it.
I have a hunch he might come back in here. Because he turned right going out of that door. There he goes.
You need to go that way, though.
Yeah, I know.
The one thing I am thankful for is these dudes cannot hear us chatting, because fuck that.
Fucking bless.
That adds so much tension when they. Oh, you got to go up, maybe.
Fucking.
No. Go up.
Please?
Right.
This way. Oh.
Oh, there's a dude in one of these vents.
Are we gonna go say hi to him?
I don't know which way we go from here.
Hey, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's dead.
You doing okay? Ooh, interact.
Oh, we're right kind of back to the,
The administration building.
yeah.
Alright. The gamer in me, though.
Yeah, no, I get it. Have you played Resident Evil 4 before?
Me? No.
So you also don't really know what goes down in that?
I've seen a review of it, so I do know what goes on.
Oh, that's just another way up into here. I don't think you need
Ooh,
to go
there's
down.
a file though. Just gonna pick up that document real quick. Okay. So I do know the story of Resi 4. And I think it'll be absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people were giving like Ada Wong, because she's in Resi 4. People were giving her
Oh,
VA.
the actor,
yeah, the VA some shit.
People need to, consider other people's feelings.
Well, and I don't even think it's the VA's fault. I think it's just the director.
Pretty much, like, I don't know. Some people are, like, super inconsiderate.
Did I see
They're
a
like-
flash?
I think there's one on the other side. Yeah, just because, like, somebody's doing a job doesn't mean they're not fucking human, too. Like, you can say that they did a bad job, but don't, like, absolutely shit on them. Like, they ruined everything. I don't know. People piss me off sometimes.
People piss me off all the time. I work in a service industry. I
Yeah,
hate people.
Fucking Christ. Don't get me started. I think you do have to go out that door.
No, it wouldn't open up.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave that open. I think I have to go
Follow
that
the
door.
blood. Yeah.
Because that's where the little pig.
Do you feel like they'll remake Resident Evil 5?
I feel like they're going to remake all of them eventually.
From what I've seen, Resident Evil 5 is definitely like way more action intensive than even Resident Evil 4.
The key to the house of God is in the theater, behind the light. In the theater, behind the light. We went to see the movie, so that's where I left the car. Okay?
So you got to go to the theater.
I need your help.
So the
Where are you? Yes, coming. I'm coming.
the spot I said that we're gonna stop at is definitely way further on. I forgot all about this shit.
So you said the theater, right?
Yeah, you need to go to the theater, so maybe the recreation hall. I think it's behind the projector.
Sorry, what were you saying? Resi 5.
I think it's a lot more action intensive. So I think if they do a remake of it, they're definitely gonna take some liberties and do some changes. I think actually the remakes are meant to be different too. From my understanding, they've been kind of adding post credit scenes and like changing a few things already. So I think they've actually been taking the liberties to change the story. There's a battery there.
Ooh, there is.
Like they're not afraid to actually like take this opportunity to improve upon the lore and make it better.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this, but Resi 4 is more action.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I know that, but like I think Resident Evil 5 is like even further on in that direction. Like Resident Evil 4 still balances it a little bit, whereas Resident Evil 5 is just like full on. Like there's like like car chase set pieces and shit like that.
Well, I think Resi 5 is the one where Chris has to like push a giant boulder.
I think so. It could be 6 too, though.
It could be 6.
I really hope the remake, or not the remake, Resident Evil 9. Like, I'm fucking down for a first-person Resident Evil game in a city. I really want to see that. I love if they went back to Raccoon City. Shit, that'd be so good. I know people are like, "Oh, we've been to Raccoon City already. We don't need to see it." But I'm like, no, fucking give me that first-person perspective in Raccoon City, bro.
I think what they said is that it's going to be in like a town.
Yeah, that's what we were reading.
Yeah.
When we were looking at it.
I don't like how I can hide, so really can't open that.
A town will be okay too, as long as it's like a bit bigger and more like, you know, like that little town. Like, cause the village.
Hey, dude.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Village is like it was like a little village, right? But I think it needs to be even bigger next time, like a more like if it was like a 90s suburbia or something like that.
Well, I think I don't know if it's going to be like that kind of aesthetic, but I think the town will definitely be larger. Just because Resi 4's town, I think, is much larger than in Village.
Oh, so that man's definitely around.
Yeah. Oh, this is the theater, though.
Yeah, so you got to go to the behind the projector, which is up there.
Okay.
Oh, you want to look at the projector? You can too.
Recorded December 27th, 1985 in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Clearance Sierra Alpha. Subject Dr. Rudolph Wernicke, 14866.
Los Alamos?
The films are real. There was no alteration to
The
footage
nuclear bomb?
at all, no trickery? None.
Barbieheimer?
In June of 1943, you recorded 3 instances of spontaneous bleeding. Half a dozen test subjects began to develop brain tumors.
Yes. The autopsies revealed that the tumors were pure lead.
It killed them?
Oh,
Can you explain
fuck.
why the results...
I forgot to change the tag. This is still under just chatting.
I have my theories.
My bad.
My homeland in those years.
Outlast.
It's impossible to understand the things we felt, what we believed.
Sorry about that.
It's
all good.
Ecstatic rage and English words are insufficient. More than hope. The human mind in that environment is capable of extraordinary things.
Jenica and Chin.
Saying the experiment needed...
A proximity to death, to overwhelming madness. Only a test subject who had witnessed enough horror was capable of activating the engine.
Do you believe your test subjects achieved something supernatural?
No,
Do you think that they contacted something supernatural?
nothing is supernatural.
Then what was it? You said Project Wallrider was a gateway. A gateway to what?
Gateway to what?
Interesting. Just stops talking.
Is he not gonna?
I guess he's not, no. So I think when you get the key card, you might have to do some more sprinty, runny.
Was there not like a? Okay. I know my battery management is god awful.
It's not bad.
I enjoy seeing.
And, you know, I think we all do.
I enjoy the gift of vision. Okay, so I can go through that door. And I can hide in all of those.
Did you follow Games Fest or whatever? You see any of the new stuff coming out? We already talked a little bit about this.
We did. I saw some. There's a lot.
Okay, bro.
There's a lot that I saw, but I didn't like watch it. Like, do I have to go upstairs?
Yeah, but you can go check out the room first.
Okay.
There's a lot that you saw.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Doom Dark Ages.
Yeah, that one looks...
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Did you play Eternal? Did we talk about this?
Yes. Yes, I did. I didn't finish it
Okay.
because other stuff. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed.
You played 2016?
I did not play 2016.
I really like 2016 because for me it almost feels like a tutorial to Doom. Like when you play Eternal, like there's a lot already going on. Like you're fucking flying around and shit with your dodges and all that. Whereas in 2016, you kind of you got those one by one. So it really did feel like a kind of like a warm up to the whole reboot of the Doom franchise.
Well, I mean, it was the first Doom since Doom 3?
Yeah. Or 64 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think that. Bro.
Okay, bro.
Can I not? I need in here.
Guess we gotta go the other way.
What other way?
Look through the window, because there's another door. Oh no, that's where we gotta... Nigga, what the fuck?
Right?
Okay, I guess we go that way.
Yeah, that door wasn't open before.
Yeah, Doom Dark Ages looks fucking awesome.
Whoa!
Well... Time to go back.
Fucking...
There's some really good stuff, like Mecha Break looks pretty interesting. That was like a Gundam game.
I think that's a co-op game as well.
Yeah, I think so as well. There's Wu Chang. Looks pretty good.
Wu Chang?
Yeah. It's like Chinese Witcher, but you're a part monster. It's got like Dark Souls vibes to it. Looks really good. Phantom Blade Zero. Everyone's been talking about that one for a while. That one.
Oh, really good. Do know Perfect Dark is getting remastered.
Yeah, that game looks
remade.
Fucking great. Actually, that was another one I wanted to chat about. I'm super excited for that.
Perfect Dark, man, was a. Do I have to jump?
I think so.
Okay. Guess I'm jumping to the railing. Yeah. Perfect Dark was There's the key. Oh, now it's open.
Right.
Before I grab that, because that's probably going to trigger some shit. Any batteries? So Perfect Dark was a game on the N64. Very similar to GoldenEye. If you ever saw gameplay for that,
Yeah.
very similar to GoldenEye, but different. But different, just like there's aliens and shit.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Just drop. Oh, smart. I think you probably avoided some last dudes. Oh, run.
Where am I going?
That's the question.
I do not know.
Maybe through the door they opened. Back there. I think there's a dude walking around.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, Perfect Dark looks really, really good. I'm looking forward to that game.
Oh, hello. I
Dude. Oh, so it's insta-kill. Run. There's 2 of them.
fucking. Please, please, please. Thank you.
I think the other dude's around too, so just be careful. Yeah, Perfect Dark looked really good. Fable looks good.
Did you play any of the Fable games?
Yep. I played Fable 2 and Fable 3.
I've never played any of the Fable games.
They're good. Fable 2 is, like, solid. I really want to play the first one. I never got around to it, but I know that one, like, I've seen people play a little bit of it, like, when I was at friend's house or whatever.
Right.
That one, the story for that was fucking crazy. Crazy good. Second one story was alright.
Buddy.
It was good. Fable 3 was quite different from the other ones. That one was just like okay. I think I've beaten like literally all the Fables, or besides one. Yeah, that one was just like it was very different, and it kind of missed the mark a little bit. But it looks like this new one looks like it's kind of going back to its roots a bit, with it just being titled Fable again. So it looks good.
Yeah. I didn't actually see the trailer for Perfect Dark, nor did I see the trailer for...
This is the part I thought we'd stop at last time.
I'm hearing some organ music.
I think. Oh no, this is just a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah! Yams.
Jesus Christ.
Doorbell scare you?
Doorbell scared me.
Yeah, Fable's solid. What other game? Xbox had a really good showcase, actually.
Everybody was saying that Xbox dominated that showcase.
You know, Star Wars, what's it called? Outlaws?
Yeah, Outlaws.
The first gameplay preview they showed for it a while back had me like a lot less excited for the game. In this latest gameplay preview they showed, it's kind of regained my like excitement again. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that game. I don't think I'll get it full price because it's kind of a little pricey. But I have more hope in the game than I did after that first showcase.
What with its quadruple A studio?
Ubisoft.
Did you hear about that?
No, did they say that was like a triple A studio? Or
That new pirate game that they made?
Which one? Sea of Thieves?
Not Sea of Thieves. I think it's called Skull and Bones.
Oh yeah.
Right? They were They were hyping it up. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is such a good game. We put so much work into this. It's the best game ever made. Hell, it's a quadruple A game." And then everyone played it, and it's like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a. I don't think it's a terrible game. It's just that people have been waiting for it for so long.
Yeah. Outlaws is looking better. The new Assassin's Creed looks good to me too.
Shadows, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that.
I have every single mainline Assassin's Creed game. Hello.
I thought he was wanking. Good thing he isn't. It's not stream friendly.
What?
Jerking off on screen. I thought that's what he was doing for a second.
I thought his shadow was like a piss puddle,
Maybe.
but it's not.
Um,
Yeah, no, shadows. Yeah, okay, sorry. I have all of the mainline Assassin's Creed games, and I just by law I have to get it. I have to get the newest one.
yeah. There's quite a few I haven't really played. Like, I played very little of Mirage. For some reason, I couldn't get into that one.
It takes a little bit to get going in Mirage.
Well, I got to the part where I joined the Assassins and were... Spoilers, I was heading back to, like, the city.
Back to Baghdad.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that's where I
that's-
stopped.
That's kind of when it
Picks
opens
up.
up, and you can do assassin things again. I came into that.
Yeah, so maybe I have to start playing that one again. Revelations I never really played. Well, I played a little bit, never finished it.
Hello.
I think I wasn't a huge fan of that one. Unity I never really played.
Unity was okay.
I heard really good things about Unity. I like that they had like an actual good multiplayer aspect. I did like the multiplayer from Brotherhood and I guess it was just Brotherhood's multiplayer I played. I thought that was an interesting concept with there being different characters and stuff. It was just a different multiplayer experience. It wasn't like teaming up to be assassins, but it was interesting that there's kind of like the whole hide and seek with all the other players and stuff.
I think that's the way I have to go.
Might be.
I have to go out the window. I'm running out of... I need a fucking battery here, dude. None of these rooms have batteries.
Glad these dudes aren't, wanting to
Hostile?
kill you. Yeah.
Did I see some flash?
No.
Okay. Fucking please.
Yeah, I think Unity... I did play Syndicate 2, but I wasn't a huge fan of Syndicate. I really didn't like how they limited, like, the weapon variety in that game to 3 types. That was the biggest thing that kind of drew me away from the game. I wasn't a huge fan of the actual combat. And then that kind of feels very not Assassin's Creed. Like, the grapple hook and the, like, the zip line... There's also to the left you could go.
Yeah, but I can't see the end.
Yeah, it looks like you're going out.
Yeah.
Like the zip line and the grapple hook made the parkour feel very like unsatisfying.
Yeah.
Really to say.
A lot of people were upset with that.
Like, I don't know, like, it was a cool idea. Like, I was excited for it. But, yeah, I think you're going to the left. It just didn't... It didn't feel great. And the buildings were so big and stuff, you kind of had to do it.
Yeah. It was designed with that mechanic in mind.
Yeah, so I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan. My biggest complaint, though, is the lack of weapon variety in that game.
Syndicate, I didn't mind Syndicate.
I like the train moving base. That was dope.
That is really cool. God hates sickness. You mother get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. Sorry. Just feeling a little disturbed, you know? Ah, bolts. Clip it. Clip it. Oh, the fucking bells, man. God hates money. Money, 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 money.
So this is pretty much the part that I thought we would stop at last time, but obviously we were way further away from that than I thought.
Money. They clean the streets.
I'm not even trying to read that shit.
Per day. God always provides a way. Well,
Oh, the twins. Oh. Don't do it. Don't do it.
hey, buddy, just does he have like a mustache?
No, he's just ugly.
Oh, I mean, you have a lovely face, sir. You as well. You have a lovely
Okay.
Is that the father?
Yeah. Okay.
Is he even alive?
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Sorry. Get distracted. Focus.
You're about to witness an event.
Okay.
Go listen to the father.
I'm scared.
Don't worry, you're safe. You're safe in this moment. He's got something he wants to show you. Music's getting hyped. It's hyping me up.
Can't believe he crucified himself. Oh, there's a key.
Mind you, you will always escape death. This is your permanent active witness.
Can we lower the music, please?
And here it is. You will watch and record my death, my resurrection. And together we will be free. You are no longer in any danger. I fixed the elevator. It will take you to freedom. We will all of us be free.
Oh, bless.
Now, my son.
Well, shit.
Zoom in.
What am I zooming in on?
Just him. It's one hot priest.
Damn.
Alright. Grab the key and take the elevator out.
I thought he was to be resurrected.
Well, you know. Gotta wait 3 days.
Nah. Sirs? Thank you. I'm sorry.
Thankfully, I don't think they're gonna butcher you. They just go that way.
I guess so. I'm guessing I just have to deal with Mr. Rider of Walls.
And, Chain Dude.
Piggy.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy.
Those two are the last.
I fuck a pig. Do you remember that?
I do.
I think that was the first like genuine laugh we had on the show.
That shit was funny.
Go watch the entirety of our RC
Oh, now they're like, we're gonna fucking kill you. So.
All right. Where am I going? 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 In here.
Up the vent. You see that vent?
I did not.
Look.
I cannot see. I cannot
Don't
see.
look at the wall. There's a vent.
Shit. Oh, fuck!
Oh, bro is ready to fucking tear into ya.
Which way? Left? Right? Right. I'm going right.
I'll just pick it
I
up.
have to go right.
Oh, go that way, maybe?
Oh, shit.
That's the way we can.
Oh, shit. Okay. Ow. Excuse me, sir.
We might die.
Probably. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's go this fucking... How's it going, buddy?
Thanks, bro. Yeah, I don't know where to go. I'm sorry. We're trying to go to the elevator.
Okay. Well, where's the elevator? Shit.
Oh, probably that way. Yeah, the way he came, for sure.
Fucking... You think it's safe?
He's still outside, but you should probably just go fucking run for it.
There's the door. Shit! How? Fuck, where's the thing? Where's the... Oh, I'm dead.
He pulls you out, just run.
Shit. Hi. Ow.
What the fuck do you throw? Oh, you're close to the door.
Am I?
Yeah. Right.
Oh, but wasn't that way. Fucking go through the door!
Left. Up the vent.
Oh my god. I am like straight puckered right now. Fuck.
So yeah, we're trying to make it to the elevator. I feel like this man is still going to be chasing us though.
Oh, 100%. I just don't know where to go.
I think you go down and go through there.
That door?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, bless. What kind of music do you think would be playing in this elevator?
Like dentist music. Time to figure out the secrets of Mount Massive Asylum. What is the Wall Rider? What type of experiments were they doing with the morphogenic engine?
Why is there always an underground lab? Why is there... Oh, and no, I could just go here? Yeah, that's probably pretty safe.
So one thing you should know is you need your night vision on to see the Wall Rider.
Oh,
I think you're okay for a moment till you kind of get to a certain area. But then, yeah.
Oh my god, it's bright.
You'll need
Ah!
night vision.
If anyone's watching this, like, late at night, lying in bed, surprise! Okay. What kind of stone do you think this is?
Limestone, maybe? I don't know.
It almost looks like chalk.
A little bit.
We're actually at the White Cliffs of Dover. Amazing song, by the way. Have you ever heard it?
I have not.
Oh, it's so good. It's like ba ba da ba da ba da ba da. Oh, this is the video where everybody got fucked up. It's battery? Nope. Excuse me. File. 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 Okay, I'm guessing that's where I have to go.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Yep. Isn't this lovely? Oh, hey, footprints. I didn't know I could do... Huh.
I gradually disappear too.
Yeah, as the blood comes off. So that one just, like, stops. Okay. What the hell?
You just don't talk about it. That's the second time we've seen that.
What the fuck? That's the scariest thing in this game.
What's real?
Okay. I think it's just like a poor reflection.
Yeah.
Whoa!
We're just moving on.
Do you have any batteries, sir? No. I have 4.5 batteries left. Do you think that's enough?
I was just trying to save him right now. Don't waste him.
Sorry. Have to keep the viewers on their toes. Know what I'm saying? Morphogenic engine chambers. We're going 2?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I'm not going in there. Going this way.
I think you will have to go in there eventually, but
Hello? Oh, I thought you were gasping because you were scared.
no. Man, they got fucked up.
Just making sure. Damn.
Yeah. Spaghetti.
Pizza, pasta, put it in a box. Do you know that video?
It sounds familiar, but I don't specifically remember.
Pizza, pasta, put it on a, or put it in a box. Something, put it on my cock. The tortellini on the walls. Sorry.
I think there's a file in there. This is the lore dump.
I don't need the lore.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
I need the batteries, man.
What game I want to replay, but I always struggle with?
What's that?
Skyrim.
Scott. I have to confess. I have played maybe 15 minutes of Skyrim.
It's really good.
I've gotten out of like the dragon attack or whatever, and I did like the first mission after that.
Yeah, I really like that game because it just opens up and literally lets you just kind of live in that world. But kind of once you've done everything and you've like beaten the game, it's hard to like get back into it.
Yeah, because it's like you have to do everything over again.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good attention to detail. I have those in mines. It's to like, I think they put like steel in to kind of support it so it doesn't like fall down,
Interesting.
like rebar or something.
This was probably originally in mine.
Well, they did mining to clear this out at least. If I'm wrong, like, comment, and subscribe. And if I'm right, subscribe, comment, and like. Yo. Freedom.
Right, they give us the hope.
I know. Now, do I go with the green lights or the red lights?
Go to the red light.
Okay.
Remember where the green light is, because I think you have to run back into there. Quickly check to see. Maybe not. Oh, there's probably a file or something. What's this math?
The morphogenic engine.
Oh, a little thing to write.
Any math whiz out there?
Explain.
Does this equal 5? I think it equals 5.
What was it? Something equals 21? Is it 2 plus 2 equal 21? What was that video? Do you remember that video?
Yeah.
I forget what it was, though.
Or does it equal 42?
I equal 42.
I think it equals 42. My God, I'm just admiring this handwriting. Everything except for the G's is better than my writing. Like, bar none.
Yeah.
Is there real? That's the only thing.
We wrote down something about it, so there's probably something in the collectibles. We haven't checked that out in so long.
How do I check that out?
The middle button?
Few lines of mathematics, an algorithm. Reprogram us. Turn us into nightmare factories. Few numbers on a dry erase board. Give me a hacksaw and a few hours alone with Dr. Wernicke's corpse. I feel I owe him a debt. Is it because he had to do math?
Maybe.
Okay. I was really hoping for a fucking battery.
Not quite.
Okay.
God,
Damn, dude.
half a man. Or woman.
There hasn't been a single woman in this game, dude.
Keeping it open, you know?
Are we going that way?
I don't think the stairs work.
Well, I mean, it worked just fine. Just not up. Hearing some crazy noise.
Oh, that's the wall rider. Run.
Where do I go?
That way. Straight. No.
That was locked.
It's open now. Oh, left.
That one was locked too.
They're open now.
No, like it got locked up.
The dude's invisible.
Says you.
He's gonna find you. There's no hiding.
Okay. That's fine. Now I can go this way.
There's no hiding from the wall rider. There's only
See,
running.
locked.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Oh, you're right.
I can't see shit. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Just run all the way back, but... Oh, I'm surprised he didn't kill you there.
Everyone enjoying this? Running back and forth and back and forth. Open the door! Oh, fucking... Thank you, Wall Rider. So he's just like a neutral party.
Ah!
Oh, he just got possessed? Oh my god!
Yep.
This way?
I feel like we go this way now. We've been through those doors.
Over here, please. I must
Oh, in there.
try to explain.
Oh, Dr. Wernicke.
I know. I am supposed to
Record it.
no such luck. I am older than sin, but somehow
I'm older than sin. I feel like that sometimes. Like, fuck, I'm old.
care of me. He may think I'm his father.
Oh,
He certainly loves me, poor idiot. Do you know what this symbol represents? It warns of
The Morrigan.
microscopic machines. Technology we have had for decades but never mastered.
damn, brother.
Murkoff discovered in my research a workaround. Turning the cells in the human body into nanofactories. It's the natural function of cells to produce molecules.
I think that is like a Celtic knot.
We engineer the precise molecules necessary.
Oh! No, that's, I think that represents the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But, like, Celtically.
To think we could control it.
Maybe?
To use madmen to make something so strong.
Talk to me, Don.
I'm just listening to him talk. Because he's...
To stop him, to murder Billy.
Billy!
Turn off his life support. His anesthesia. You have to undo what I've done. No one can get out of this place while he lives. You must kill him.
yeah, it does. I think it does represent the Trinity.
Like this in 1944.
I'm still talking.
Those fascists thought it was spirits. I let them believe it. Let them
Did you ever watch,
there was some
American Dad?
afterlife. Now it
I've seen episodes. I haven't watched it, like, all the way through. But I've watched quite a bit.
There's a character who is like a German mad scientist, and he created like a Frankenstein kid named Billy. So I wonder if that's like a reference to this or something.
It would make any of us into a monster. You must end this. You all must die here. Murkoff knew the danger, and they didn't care. In the corporation's mind, we're all just dollar amounts in a ledger. And the profits Project Wall Rider promised overshadowed whatever pitiful
Wait.
balance a few doctors and patients amounted to.
Are you just gonna keep talking, dude?
If you don't stop him, the morphogenic ancient is self-perpetuating. I pray to God you have the strength to end it here with your death. More than anything, I want to rest. Billy will not let me die.
Excuse me.
Could never imagine how cruel this is. I only want to die.
Alright, I think he's done talking. So remember, you need the night vision to see him.
So I need to go this way.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll get like a music. We'll start going nuts, and that's like, oh, he's here.
Showers. Yeah, so basically, I guess they turned, like, the human bodies into, like, factories. The human body is the morphogenic. Or something, I don't fucking...
I didn't check this place out.
Yeah, remember, you can't hide from this nigga, too. You just gotta fucking run.
Oh, bless.
There's a door there you could go into.
Yeah, I know. It gets me into this area.
It's lunchtime.
Selling up, they're serving up haggis. Fresh made haggis.
It looks like it. I guess there's literally nothing in here.
Well, thanks for that, Don.
It'd be just a loop to run.
Maybe. Ew. Which way?
Go the other way first. Oh, is this just where the, No.
No, we're in a different block.
Okay.
Block B, not block A.
Just a loop to run.
Probably. Oh my god, that's so fucking shit. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Game over.
Yeah.
Game over.
That shit is so loud.
I want you to know you're dead.
No, I'm talking about the blaring alarm.
Hmm.
I took a screenshot.
We're just gonna restart that. It's like I killed the game. Try finishing it now. Crazy.
God, that takes me back to the old days where the game would just crash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, good
Yep.
times. Red barrels.
Is that an Easter egg?
All right. I don't know where this is gonna put us,
I
but
think it'll put us back with the doctor.
the doctor, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. Okay, we're gonna run. We're gonna run this. We're gonna do this fast.
Might be worth opening the doors, but that's right too.
Oh, fuck it.
No, it's
Out of all the doors, it's probably not the one that I wanted to open.
yeah.
But that's okay.
So dude's gonna come out of there.
Yeah, there he is. Brother!
Okie dokie.
Later, homie. Right?
No.
Left?
No.
Nope. Straight.
Yeah. Go up. No. Just stairs around. Fit through with a crack.
Dude.
Go up.
What? How the fuck did you catch me?
He's a ghost.
You son of a bitch. Please don't break
Walls
the
and
game.
objects do not stop him.
Please don't break the game. Okay.
Let's try this again.
Oh my god, we're gonna be here for a while.
It's the final stretch, though. Did you trigger him?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Night vision.
You don't need the night vision, you can just use the camera. Whoa, okay. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Going this way and then straight, correct?
Yeah.
Open the door!
And then you're gonna go through the left. Then up the stairs. Run, 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 run.
We do not care right now. I just want to get out of here, man. Oh, you fucking... Okay, no, this is good, right? This is good?
Get ready to run.
Right?
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah. Hold up.
Hold up. Holy shit.
I think this is the morphogenic engine.
I thought I was the morphogenic engine.
I think we're all morphogenic engines.
Every single one of us has a little morphogenic engine all inside of us.
So go to that screen there.
On here?
So that's Billy. Poor
Yo!
Billy. He's kind of being fucked up. Forced to dream forever. Yeah, I feel bad for this man. Anyways, once we start shutting shit down, the wall rider's gonna, like, show up and you gotta, like...
Oh. Oh, hello.
I'm surprised there's a dude here.
Oh.
Okay, I think we gotta go left and right and then come back here and do that shit. Yeah,
Okay.
we're locked in here now.
Okay. We're...
So there's something to do on the left side and the right side.
Okay,
And then we gotta come back in here and hit that button again.
Battery?
Is the door there?
Yes. Can't... I know.
Yeah, I guess I'm a fucking liar.
Oh,
Let's go
bitch!
to the other side. At least you got a battery. Not that you need it.
Yeah, I should just be running this whole time, because there's no point.
Yeah.
This way, I guess. This way. Go up here. Here's some more shenanigans. That.
Oh yeah, do that.
Oh, this was Billy's life support. Now, John P. Wallrider. Fucking go down, please.
He's coming for the booty. Now
coming
maybe
for
we
my
go
ass.
the other way. So yeah, try going up. Oh yeah, it's open. It's open. No, it's open.
There? Yes. Shiggity diggity. Shiggity diggity.
Through the barrels. Through the barrels.
Okay, we go up. We keep going up.
Yep.
We keep going up. God damn.
I think there might be a jump you have to make too.
Son of a bitch. How fucking tall is this? God damn.
He's tall.
Brother G. Oh, shit. Less.
Oh shit. Yeah. Keep running.
He's what I'm doing. Open the door. Stay away.
Just get ready to run. As soon as that door opens.
Up the stairs. Always go up the stairs. Where's the thing? Where's the thing?
Over here.
This thing. Okay, now where?
Go back down.
Yeah, but he's here.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking bitch. Oh,
It's like, I got you, boy.
brother. Oh. Ow.
Alright, run back and finish him.
This way?
Yep.
I would have hopped over, but I'm pretty sure that would have killed me. Huh! Let's videotape the murder I'm doing. Ow.
He's not happy.
He is not a happy guy. I mean, can you really blame him, though? What just happened?
He's going inside you.
That is
Not in a fun way.
not in the fun way. And so is this like a cliffhanger, but because the wall rider went inside of you and Billy's dead, the wall rider survives?
Well, the War Rider is Billy. I'm not sure. He's like astral projecting.
Well,
I mean, to be fair, you got thrown the fuck around.
let me grab that finally. I guess I go back, right?
I'd left, I think.
Oh, I probably go where Buddy was. Fucking so long.
Or maybe you go back up.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the door's open.
It's going so slow. Ugh. Crawl. Crawl, bitch.
Yeah, Outlast 2, like, this guy's not in it. But it does deal, like, Murkoff is involved in what's going on there.
Okay. He's got a little bit of the internal bleeding.
Just a bit.
Just a little. Oh, was that always there?
The symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Right?
Then I can't run. Okay. You know what would be crazy? If his fingers just started growing back.
If what?
If his fingers started growing back.
That'd be pretty wild.
Help me! Oh shit! I guess this is why he's not in the next one. Damn, dude! You didn't have to dump a clip in.
Yeah, since you have become the host, so the Wall Rider is in him.
So Buddy dumps a clip into you? Punished.
Easter egg!
4 barrels! Red Barrels. Just going back to this because music copyright.
I don't think game soundtracks like
But we did.
that was Resident Evil 7 though with an actual one, but
Was it Resi 7 or was it Alan Wake?
it was Resi 7. Alan Wake, you shouldn't get copyrighted for the music in Alan Wake.
Do you know if there is a post-credit scene?
I don't think there is now.
So I can hit back?
Yeah, if you want.
Alright, cool. Whew. And we did that on time, too.
Oh yeah, right on time.
Fucking bless.
So yeah, that was Outlast. I think the story's pretty interesting. Obviously, you gotta dive more into the documents and all that shit to kind of fully understand it. But yeah, evil scientist experiments, creating like Billy. They basically turn her into like an astral projector dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the lowrider.
Nice. Oh. Any so what are we doing next time? Sorry?
We're doing Night Springs, so we'll do the Night Springs DLC. 3 episodes. I think they're all about an hour each, maybe a little less.
I think you're about right.
Yeah, so it should take us about 3 hours to finish. That'll be good.
We'll probably do the episode 4 Acolyte review over the gameplay.
Okay.
Just because it is 3 hours and we can knock out that DLC in just one session.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else was I gonna say? What else was I gonna say, man?
I don't know. Talk about Night Springs. After that, we'll be going back into Resident Evil 2.
Yeah,
we're thinking.
We'll probably go in order. We'll probably do like Resi 2, Leon, Resi 3, Resi 4, and then by that time, maybe Resi 9 will be out.
I don't think we haven't even got an announcement yet, so.
Well, to the interwebs.
I don't think Resi Evil 9 will be out by the time we're done those.
RE9. Uh-oh. Disappointing update. Pushing back its reveal and 2025 release plans.
Yeah, so we won't get it till...
Yeah, rumor has it that
2026.
Capcom plans on remaking Resi 5, but nothing official to the effect has been announced as of yet.
After we finish the Resident Evil series, there's some other games we could play. I would love for you to play The Last of Us 2, because that was a great game.
I think first we should play The Last of Us.
Oh,
I haven't
okay,
done
sure.
that. I haven't played that either.
Oh, you haven't played that either? Okay,
I
we can do that.
I know the story. I've seen playthroughs. I know all of that. So I get it, but I haven't played it.
Yeah.
I would be okay doing that on stream.
Okay.
Just because I haven't played it, right?
Yeah.
And then Last of Us 2, same thing. You've never played BioShock.
I have not beaten BioShock. I've beaten Infinite, not the
Not the other twos?
Yeah, I've played a bit of one,
Yeah.
but I haven't beaten that. So that'd be a good one to do too.
What other horror series is Silent Hill?
Silent Hill's coming out, so we could probably do that too. I do want to do The Evil Within at some point. That game's just pure fuckery.
VR?
I don't think there's VR, thank God.
Evil Within VR.
Excuse me.
Evil Within VR. Evil Within. Oops.
So there's games for us to play.
Oh,
But yeah,
shit.
we'll definitely be playing the next Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remake.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That's probably what Resi 2. We'll say 4 streams.
Yeah, about.
Same with 3.
Yeah.
Same with 4. Right, so that's 12 streams, 12 weeks, 3 months.
Yeah, I think
That'll bring us right to October.
yeah, 4 might be a little bit longer, but either way, yeah, it's still.
And that should bring us to October.
And then Silent Hill will probably be out by then, so we could do that too. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
How we're feeling.
Yeah. Stream might look a little different on Wednesday. Just doing some updates to it.
Yeah, we're got an overlay we're thinking of using, so
Yeah,
we'll do
just
that.
instead of just dots scrolling slowly to the right or left.
Yeah.
Left. Yes. So things should be looking a little bit more professional on Wednesday when I do my stream. I won't be able to do a stream next Wednesday
Okay.
just because of work. So I might do that on Friday, or I might do an extra stream this Friday.
Okay.
I'm not too sure yet. I do want to stream more, just so I can get more content out there,
Yeah.
and maybe do some like actual duo stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Co-op stuff would be good.
yeah,
I do that on Fridays every now and then.
yeah, because I definitely, when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I definitely want to play that with you.
Yeah. Co-op will be fun.
Oh my god! And like with the 2 weapons, like what's your main again? Your main weapon?
I use the insect glaive.
Ooh, you're a glaver.
Yeah. So I'll probably do that, and then maybe like the bow or dual daggers, whatever.
The dual
Something
blades?
Like that.
I predominantly main charge blade, though I'm getting more into bow. I played bow in World and a little bit in Rise, so those are the 2 weapons I'm going to be taking.
Cool.
Just because one is like very support oriented.
I wonder if they're gonna add any new weapons. Do you know?
They have come out saying that they aren't looking to add new
Okay.
weapons right now.
That's fine.
I
I don't think they will then if they're not gonna come out with the base game. But
Yeah,
that's all right. There's still like 14, so
yeah.
it's not.
There's 14 weapons. The last weapon added was the insect glaive in 4. Right, so probably not this one. Maybe the next one. Maybe the next one they'll add something, because then it's like 4 and then 4 and then 4. Right? If they do add, when they add a new weapon, because I think it's a matter of time.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, I'm asking you.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
Which weapon would you like to see?
they don't have a. Do they have a chainsaw blade?
Sort of. I think it's like a variant of like the great sword or like the long sword.
Maybe something ranged. I don't know, like dual ranged gun or something. Dual SMGs.
Bruh.
I don't know. I will have to think about that one.
Oh, they also said that there will be no underwater combat in Wilds.
Okay. Spear and shield, maybe. That'd be interesting.
That's one of the ideas that I wanted. It was like a spear, not necessarily with the shield, but like a spear, very long, like long range but precise.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it could like shoot too.
Sort of like that Aztec thing where you can have like the thrower and you can throw
Well, maybe not necessarily that, but like it's just like the spear shoots shit. I don't know.
like a gun spear.
Gun
Well,
spear.
that's what gun lance is.
Oh, I guess yeah. Never mind. Scratch that.
But if they're going to take an already existing weapon to add to the main series, I think Tonfa would be really cool. Because
See that?
it's another impact weapon, which I think there's only 2 dedicated impact weapons, the hammer and the music horn. And then this one, right, it's double blades but impact, essentially.
Interesting.
And the Tonfa, it's essentially like a piston, so you can hit a button and you go flying up in the air, which is really fun, especially since you like Insect Glaive and all the flips and shit. I think you would really like Tonfa if that ever...
Morningstar would be cool, like a big ol' heavy Morningstar.
I want there to be more impact.
Well, that'd be an impact weapon, right?
Yeah, it would.
But it's just like with the fluidity of having like a chain.
That might be hard to code though.
Just ideas.
Yeah, just ideas. With that, I think we're gonna call it.
Yep.
If you enjoyed the content and you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. We stream together on Mondays. I stream by myself on Wednesdays.
And then maybe co-op streams come on Fridays.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tentatively.
Yes. We just have to figure out what game.
Coordinate.
If you're watching this on Twitch, give us a follow. We'd appreciate it a lot. Join the Discord. Follow us on Twitter or X, whatever.
Yep.
Next week, Night Springs DLC. Acolyte Episode 4 review.
Mm-hmm.
And,
More two guys on the couch.
yeah, more couch. Same two guys, more couch. With that, thanks for watching. I've been Coley. He's been Dom.
Yep.
And this has been Club North.
Have a good one, guys.
Later, everyone.
In and out my mind since I hit your phone. I've been counting up the times that I did you wrong. I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along. Yeah, we've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates. And they say communication, safe relations, okay. Medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way. Cause I can see it on your face. I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night long. I've been calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the